Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at BrokenPos's combo Paladin, I guess is what you'd call it. This is a very interesting kind of style of Paladin deck where we're going to try to set up a Shudderwock-esque combo that won't exactly kill our opponent, but it will lock them out of being able to do any damage with minions in the game. The way that we're going to do that is a combination of Immortal Prelate. So on Death Rattle, it shuffles itself into the deck and keeps any enchantments. We're also going to have Silver Vanguard. So on Death Rattle, it recruits an 8-cost minion, and then we're going to play the Undertaker. So we play draw Undertaker into our hand before the Silver Vanguard dies. But once we have both of those Death Rattles in our pool, when we play the Undertaker, it will have both of those Death Rattles. So when it dies, it will shuffle back into the deck, and then it will recruit itself back out of the deck. So the way that we lock our opponent out of ever being able to do face damage to us is by giving it Taunt. So we can give it a Spike Ridge Steed, we can give it Sun Fury Protector, and it will retain those buffs because of the Immortal Prelate effect. So we'll just have an Eternal Taunt that, you know, if our opponent doesn't have a Silence or a Polymorph or something like that, they're never going to be able to do face damage. So outside of that, the deck is really quite interesting. Obviously, we've never played anything like this, so the card selections are maybe going to look a bit wonky, but we can't really tell if that's correct or incorrect, or, you know, why is there one Consecration, one Equality, for instance. You know, this seems like a deck that's very controlling, seems like it might want those types of effects, but Equality is also a bit of a non-bow with our combo because it will debuff our Immortal Prelate, and, you know, could potentially, if it debuffs our Undertaker, it will retain that debuff, etc, etc. So we'll go through some of the card choices here. The other element of the deck is this Meat Wagon version of the deck. So if you have, instead of Silver Vanguard, you can use the Meat Wagon Death Rattle to keep recruiting Undertaker out of your deck, but you do have to give it some kind of attack buff, so like Blessing of Might or something like that, in order for that to happen. So that's why we've got like Blessing of Mights in here, I imagine. We can also Blessing of Might you know, some of our earlier minions like Righteous Protector to get some damage in there or to trade early. Speaking of which, we've got Righteous Protector, double Christology, which can help pull us out the Righteous Protectors, the Immortal Prelate, and also it actually pulls out Stonehill Defender. That's interesting. But it also pulls out Lanessa, which is kind of one of our late game. Before we combo off, this is going to be a way for us, I imagine, to stabilize or create a threat that our opponent has to deal with. Let's see, Equality, Flash of Light keeps us alive. There's no Thekal in here, which I think is interesting. I think if we're going to be trying to play some bunch of healing stuff, we probably want Thekal. We could even fit Crystalsmith Kangor in here with the Christology. Sound the Bells, another way to buff attack, but also works great with Lanessa. Sun Fury Protector to give Taunt, Wild Pyromancer. So I think we're going to lean a bit more on Wild Pyromancer to do the job of what is usually, you know, more Equalities and more Consecrations and stuff. We're going to be using that to try and deal with these odd Paladins, these aggressive Hunter decks. 2 Acolyte of Pains, very good. Mindbreaker in here. I imagine this is a way of not dying to Hunter or Mage or any hero that has a hero power that does damage. Once we do set up our Undertaker, so we can't take damage from minions, we can use Mindbreaker to not take damage from hero powers. So I think this is an intelligent choice. Singleton Stonehill, Zola, which goes well with, you know, Stonehill, it goes well with Lanessa. Even getting another copy of the Undertaker might be kind of cool. Meat Wagon we mentioned. Meccano Egg, this is going to add another Death Rattle to our pool. Not sure how I feel about this one. We'll definitely have to see how it goes. Ziliax, great way to maintain, to get back on board, not die, gain some health back. Double Spike Ridge Steed is great with Lanessa, also gives the Undertaker Taunt, adds another Death Rattle to the pool. But yeah, that's that's kind of the deck. Like I said, this is not a deck that we've ever played before. It's definitely kind of a wonky, weird combo deck, but I'm really excited to play it. So let's jump into some games, and look, just like most of the time with these decks that we haven't played before, even if we don't get any wins, all we want to do is get some learns and get our head around this kind of weird archetype. So big shout outs to BrokenPos's for sharing the deck. If you are watching on YouTube, of course, the links are in the description. Jump over to the Hearthstone deck article, give the deck a +1, leave a lovely thoughtful comment. So yeah, let's go. Okay, here up against a Paladin, I think we'll send everything back, though maybe we're supposed to keep the meat wagon. We'll keep the meat wagon.
None will survive.
Okay. Got our Righteous Protector up against the odd Paladin. So, I mean, Acolyte and Meat Wagon are going to be okay, but it's definitely a deck that could run us over for sure. Been playing a little bit of Odd Paladin off stream. Been playing a lot of Odd Rogue off stream, actually. Been really enjoying that. I think Odd Rogue is in a good position.
Move quickly.
It's a beloved archetype. But the only version of Rogue that I really enjoy playing.
Reporting for duty.
What's your take on Tempo Rogue versus Odd Rogue? I'm currently playing a Hook Tusk Tempo deck that Firebat made. So we played a couple of the Tempo Roguish versions. I haven't played like Faldori Strider Tempo Rogue for a while. I'm not sure if that's the specific version that you're talking about. It seems like you're talking more about the modern Tempo Rogues where they play pirate packages and things like that. I think they're okay. I think my problem with Tempo Rogue is it is not consistent, whereas Odd Rogue is very consistent. Tempo Rogue has a lot more power, potential power as well. Whereas Odd Rogue basically always stays within the same kind of power level band, if that makes sense. We went in our experiences with playing those kind of piratey Tempo Rogues, both the versions that play Hook Tusk, the versions that don't play Hook Tusk. I think that when you sequence your cards correctly, it's going to sound really weird because it's going to sound like I'm just saying when you curve out it's good, when you draw the good cards it's good, when you don't it's bad. But I think there's like, if you draw an even balance of the excellent combo cards and a good balance of cards to enable the combos, or just like give you more throughput by being able to go like, oh, backstabbing this thing. I think that's when the deck is at its most powerful. I think the deck is at its weakest when you just draw all of the cards that cost 4 or 5. I wonder too.
Bring the pain.
Mindbreaker doesn't really help us.
Out of my jungle.
Oh, this is real rough, friends. We gotta find a wild pyromancer, quick, smart. Even the Singleton Consecration. Good cards are good, groundbreaking. But no, like Odd Rogue, because of the way that the deck is built up, the only slightly awkward thing... The only slightly awkward thing you have to worry about is usually just Vile Spine. Like, making sure that you have a combo card to enable Vile Spine. Oh, there it is. So we are saved by the bells here. The question is, are we going to use the flash of lights, or are we going to use the sound of bells? I think we use the flash of lights. So one for us. One for the Pyromancer. Yeah, better lucky than good. Woo! I don't really think the consistency is great, but it's pretty fun, and I opened a golden hook tusk, so I kind of wanted to fit in. I think, don't get me wrong, I think that the deck is super duper fun. I really like prep raiding party. I like the death rattle, like prep raiding party, Necrium Blade, play a Dread Corsair for one. I think that interaction is, ooh, that is a tasty number. Maybe we should get this this Mindbreaker down.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Let's hope our opponent's still on the Flippy Rippies, Void Rippers, not Iron Beak Gals. But yeah, don't get me wrong, the deck is super fun, and I think Odd Rogue is its own kind of fun. As much as it is just a really... I think Odd Rogue is a deck that's very easy to get your head around, but it has so much nuance. I think it's got a lot of... got a lot to like about it. It's a deck that I would always recommend to people if they want to get to learn a deck, if they want to, you know, play a standard format to death. And that's a pretty good one to play.
The light dims, but we fight.
It's definitely not great versus Control Warrior, which sort of keeps it, I feel like, keeps it from being like the deck. And a lot of these Control Warrior decks, Odd Warrior, Quest Warrior, they definitely do keep a lot of decks down. And I think that's a good thing. I'm all about decks keeping other decks in check, and that was my fear with the Odd Paladin nerf, is that yes, Odd Paladin might be a bit oppressive to play against, but it also keeps a lot of decks in check. It also leads to interesting deck building decisions. Yuck. Yuck!
Forgive me.
Forgive. At least they lose a charge off their Vine Cleaver, which I guess is fine. So we can't play this Rotten Apple Bomb, because if we do, we have too many Death Rattles in the pool. But I don't know if we're ever going to pull off the combo against an Odd Paladin. Kind of feels like we should just go for the tempo play. But we've been doing that a lot, and I don't know. This is a hard one, folks.
Let's move quickly.
We're gonna go for the combo against my maybe not necessarily better judgment, but gonna go for the combo. Gonna get 2 Acolytes in play, try and draw some cards. I think usually though I would have gone for the tempo play, probably Zolid up maybe like a Robozor, or maybe Spike Ridge Steeded up one of these These cute boys. What? They don't want to take lethal, I guess. Yes, that's fine.
Bring the pain.
Give me some cards. Could have more cards.
Bring the pain.
To play with fire?
Move quickly.
A big game. Look at me.
Okay, of course, the last 3 cards are, last 4 cards? 5 cards? Christology, Linessa, Silver Vanguard, Undertaker, and the Shuffleboard.
Silence this scream.
The light dims, but we fight.
What do we burn? Oh, we don't burn anything. Of course.
Let me think. Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise.
It begins. Loa, hear my call.
Maidasan, the usual monthly free subscribe. Merry Christmas and stay wavy. No worries, dude. Good to see you popping in. Hopefully you had a fantastic holiday season. We're currently trying to not have our mind melt. Stay wavy, stay wavy, stay wavy. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, that Spike Ridge Steed also put another death rattle in our pool.
No walls can hold me.
Forgive me.
I mean, we're close, right? Like, we draw the Undertaker, we play it.
Behold the might of Stormwind. Reporting for duty.
We do have to draw it, though, before this dies. There he is. Alright. So,
Punch first.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, we can consecrate our opponent and kill them, but we're not going to do that.
Punch first.
Alright, let's see what we get.
I buried them.
Silver Vanguard. Immortal Prelate. Okay, we got him. Then we can,
Forgive me.
1, 2, 3. We give it Taunt. And our opponents, whenever they kill this, it's going to shuffle back into a deck and it's going to recruit itself. So, and it has Taunt now, permanently.
Reporting for duty. Mushroom power. Handle it.
Handle it. Yes. Oh, are they going to do it? Are they going to concede as soon as it happens? Where's my boy? Where's my boy?
The victory is yours.
Where's my boy? I was going to say, I don't think it works that way. Why doesn't it work? Is it because of the order of the death rattles? Is it the order that the death rattles went off? Oh, you an idiot? I don't know. Let's, yeah. Oh well, GG. Alright, we are here with the Broken Pos combo pally. I guess we'll keep this Christology. The great thing is that there is a massive write-up over on Hearthstone about this deck. Unfortunately, doesn't look like they've included a mulligan guide or anything, just a general strategy, and most importantly, how to pull the combo off. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that, making sure I don't mess this up, because I'm pretty sure that if we don't sequence things correctly, we die. Also, we're against even shaman, so I think we're going to have a pretty bad matchup anyway against the deck that plays a bunch of hexes.
Repent.
So we can play the Pyromancer and hope it doesn't get eeled, or it doesn't get Chupacabra'd. I guess Chupacabra would be fine because it trades. But if they leave it alive, I mean, having Christology and the coin in hand, we might be able to do a fair bit of damage. Nope. There's El Chupanibre. Market Zero. Good to see you in the chat. What's going on? How's it going? We're doing well. We are up against even shaman. We're playing a really... Ugh. We're playing a really interesting combo Paladin deck that aims to
Winter is
loop Undertakers. Huh. Oh, we drew the Undertaker, so that's good.
Let me think.
Missed on the prelate. Yeah, we're playing an interesting deck that tries to loop Undertakers with Silver Vanguard and Immortal Prelate. And then give it taunt so that your opponent can't push damage through. One hex gone. We do take 10 though. Come on, Pyro. Come on, Pyromancer. Youch. Possible we should have hero powered there instead of healing. I looked at it like you are happy to answer beginner type questions. Yeah. Or are you doing that? And we just gotta get some more beginners in the chat, you know. Punished! Eternally punished. Big regretty, everyone. Not too sure if we would have been able to get that game either, with our opponent having another Hex in the deck. Not getting the Immortal Prelate off that Christology as well did kind of suck, but GG's, well played to our opponent. They played aggressively and it did the job. Alright, you're up against a warrior with the BrokenPos's combo Paladin. I think against Warrior, we want to try to assemble our combo pretty quickly. We know that they're not going to pressure us too hard if they're odd, or Odd Quest could be quite hard. So I think we want to hit cards like Christology, cards like Acolyte of Pain. I think those are what we want to aim for. So, do we keep this Flash of Light? No, we'll go for the full fallback. I still remember that Savage game where he conceded turn 2 after his opponent played a Footman at 300 Legend. What deck was he playing where he couldn't beat the Footman? Or was this just like, yeah, you can have it. You can have it. Go for it. You're playing Footman at 300 Legend. Go for it. Joe from a county? Is it county or country? Joe from a county. Oh, you're that guy I saw on that Hearthstone highlight video. I think there was something to do with Anomalous. I think you're right. I think I have been on a highlight video. Something to do with Anomalous. Oh, we got the prelate early. What's going on, Joe? We are playing some combo Paladin today. Definitely been in a couple of highlight videos with some... we've had some shenanigans happen. Let's just get our prelate out. Step 1. It was on WTF moments. Just happy that Odd Paladin got a kick to the nuts. Yeah. I'm happy that Odd Paladin got a bit of a nerf, but I'm also incredibly happy that Odd Paladin is still a viable deck.
Let the pain speak to me.
Still really happy that Odd Paladin's a viable deck. Odd Control Paladin win. That's your mission, Tommy. That's so hard. Like you only have Shrink Ray as a... you only have Shrink Ray as a combo piece. Alright, so we have Immortal Prelate in our Death Rattle pool. Now we gotta find the Silver Vanguard. Although I guess we have the Meat Wagon, right? So if we buff the Meat Wagon with attack? Or do we have to buff the Undertaker with attack? I think we have to buff the Undertaker with attack.
Out of my jungle.
The light dims.
Sure.
We fight.
So I guess we probably should have put this Righteous Protector on the other side. Just so whenever our opponent super collides in, we always hit the Mechano Egg. So that we don't take damage. It was just one of those I can't deal with this moments. The Footman. That's very funny.
Put your faith in the light.
Alright, let's see what our opponent wants to do about this this Tyrion. Now that will add a second Death Rattle to our pool, right? So I guess we just gotta hope that our Mechanoic doesn't die before we draw the we need to draw the Vanguard and draw the Undertaker. So maybe we just abandon the plan.
I wonder. Don't test me, child.
Don't test me, child.
I don't have enough mana.
I don't know if we're navigating this one correctly. I don't know why, but I just chill on Wild Ladder. Evolved Shaman will never bore me. Standard is just too stale. Really? I think Standard's really fun right now. The only scenario where I concede turn 1 is Heal Zoolock Godhand, Voodoo Flame Imp, 2 Happy Ghouls. Just say nope. That's fair enough. I definitely vibe you on that one. There's a prelate.
For justice.
Hear my call.
Do we want to buff this 3 times? Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think Standard really depends on, and I keep needing to keep this in mind whenever I talk about Standard, whenever I talk about Hearthstone, really, is that different people. This looks like the Draz quest warrior deck with the Unduster. Oh, this is a real good trade. Our opponent set that up well. Why didn't they trade for the Robozor? Oh, Ziliax. That's a pretty good draw. Unity, precision, perfection. Off by 1 though.
For justice.
We probably should have attacked to gain the 11 health, because if our opponent has like a brawl or something to kill it without doing actual combat damage, we'd rather have the extra 10 health than not. But yeah, I think the thing with Standard is that it really depends where you're playing. You know, I think the Standard experience for many people at, you know, rank 40 is very different to the Standard experience for someone at rank 20 is very different rank 10, rank 5. It's not what we needed to draw right now.
This dungeon reeks of magic. Delightful.
Because yeah, I know a lot of people who, you know, they talk about playing at rank 15. Like, all I see is, I think that was one of the kind of odd Paladin things that took it over the edge. Everyone's like, oh, all I see is odd Paladin, tired of getting wrecked by odd Paladin, etc, etc. And that does suck. Whereas, like, I think I'm lucky that usually at rank 10 to 5, 10 to 1, I guess, it's people are playing decks that are known quantities as well, which is very good if the game is balanced. But you also get enough variance, you know, at rank, you know, at these kind of ranks, that you will see kind of weird, interesting decks. You won't just see someone who's mashed a bunch of cards together, but you will see those weird decks.
The light is mine.
I guess we could just YOLO the Silver Vanguard and hope that it recruits a Lich King instead of the Undertaker. Oh, is this a Reckless Flurry? No way. Interesting that they're sandbagging the Sulfurous. Standard's more fun for people who play less casually, I think. I would think the opposite. I would think that Wild's the place for your hardcores to play, right? So we can play Silver Vanguard. Now if it dies, we can Zola the Undertaker if we need it.
Forgive me.
Forgive. Or we could Zola the Lanessa.
I must move quickly.
See what happens. Obviously Wild is just more silly, but I think a large aspect of what makes Standard appealing is the competition. Maybe it's more like in Wild,
I don't make mistakes. I bury them.
see if our opponent can kill that, or if they're just gonna be like, whatever.
Light the fuse.
No! Damn it! Should have taken the Lanessa when we had the chance.
Let the pain speak to me. Reporting for duty.
How do we win now? Well, I don't think we could have done the regular strategy anyway, because we'd had too many death rattles die, and we can only let like at least 2 death, like we can only let 3 death rattles go off if 2 of them are the Immortal Prelate and the Silver Vanguard. At least I think that's how it works. I may be wrong. See if we can't get something awesome. Nope. So we're pretty dead to this this Ragnarai hero power. But yeah, I think maybe Wild is the best place for people who are a bit dejected with Standard. You know, former competitive players maybe, or former hardcore players. You know, they can play with the old cards that they enjoy, that it's wacky, it's high power level. You see your opponent do something busted, you can, I think there's nothing left.
Well played. The victory.
You see something busted, you can, like, play that. It's good, but GG's to our opponent. I think we got a bit greedy there, trying to not go for the combo, but it did seem, especially a quest warrior, that our opponent was going to complete their quest significantly faster than we were going to complete our personal quest. So Well played. Okay, we're here with BrokenPos's combo Paladin. Played a couple of games with it. Ultimately, we weren't really able, except for one game, we weren't really able to get the combo itself off. And even when we did, we were still in an extremely winning position. We didn't need to combo. And then when we did play it, because of the ordering of death rattles, I think the combo didn't go off. So I imagine the whole idea is that so once the Undertaker has died, the first time, if it doesn't get re-recruited back into play, it'll be in your deck again, so you can play it again, battle cry, get more death rattles, and eventually, similar to Shutterwalk, I guess, as in Shutterwalk with Grumble, similarly to that, you'll eventually just have so many death rattles that you will get a sequence where it shuffles itself back into the deck, then recruits it back out. But the fact that that doesn't happen the first time, the fact that you have to put so much work into making it work is, I think it's too much. I think it's too much. I also think this meat wagon mechano egg thing kind of, like, doesn't help. You know, we don't really want to draw, you know, mechano eggs, meat wagons, Spike Ridge Steeds, all this stuff, and not want to be able to play them, especially if, you know, we're trying to curve out and trying to stay alive. You know, missing an equality, missing a consecrate is also another big deal. So yeah, I'm not too sure what I would personally do with this deck. Probably need to play it a whole bunch more, because it is just a bit of a weird one, but it does feel like maybe if we want to do a combo thing, that we just need to be kind of balls to the walls, like include as much draw as possible, you know, try and get the novice engineers in there. That I've said it before, but that's my if someone's running a novice engineer deck, they're going hardcore, they're going hard. HAM. I think that might be where we want to be. You know, get to the point where we have a really thin deck and we can actually start playing the Undertaker multiple times. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, you tell me in the YouTube comments, what do you think of this deck? Are we a total imbecile that we could not wrap our head around this? Are we totally justified in not knowing what is happening and not knowing how to sequence things out, things like that? Regardless, big thanks to BrokenPos for the really interesting deck. I always appreciate people trying to push the envelope, try and push the metagame in different directions, try different things, not just the same old stuff. So I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to see where the deck goes in the future, if something like this will be viable or more viable in the future. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. All the links in the description. Until next time though, stay safe, stay wavy, and sequence your death rattles correctly. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.